Hey everybody, welcome back to Hennessey on Drums. As you can see, we've kind of changed some things up around here. It's been a while since I've done a video. Right behind me here, I've got the Doors original record. It is signed, not by Joe Morris. And I've got all the tickets for concerts I've seen over the years, musicians I've met, and all kinds of things like that. A bunch of different sticks right up there. And this yellow guy is a Jimmy Buffett towel, beach towel or something. Anyway, why am I getting back on today? Well, I'm getting back on today because one of the constant questions that keeps coming up from my students is counting. Some of them are nervous about counting out loud. They don't want to be heard, or they're afraid of being heard. And that's okay, but also at the same time, you gotta remember nobody's really listening to you. This is for you. When you're counting and you're working on your playing and you're practicing, when you count, you're counting for yourself. You're not counting for an audience or your parents or anybody else that might be around you while you're practicing. Okay, so just remember that no one is listening to you counting. If that's a concern of yours, no one is listening to that except for you. So what I want to do in this video is I want to take some time and I want to go ahead and give you some options of ways we can count things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip back and forth. We're going to do these interactive talk parts of the video, and then I'm going to show you how I'm playing something. Now it's only going to be on the snare drum. We're not going to worry about the bass drum at all. So this is snare drum work only, and it's going to be fairly rudimentary. So I just, understand that if you're an advanced drummer, this probably is going to be very, very easy for you. So don't feel like unless you're looking for something specific out of this, maybe a certain way that you can count something or what have you. It's probably not an advanced drummer's video. Okay? All right, I'll be back in a minute after I show you how we're going to do this and what's going to happen. It's going to be quarter notes first. Let's go ahead and do quarter notes and eighth notes because that seems to be a pretty good pairing, and it's fairly easy to count those. So I don't want to, I'm not going to group it all together and then get into 16ths and 30 seconds and things. 30 seconds will be its own part of this video and near the end, okay? But the 16th notes, we'll do that separate as well. All right? We'll be right back. So that was 16th notes using single hand technique, alternating hand technique. Okay, single hand would have been just one hand. That's silly. You can do that, but that's for another day. So alternating hands, back and forth, right, left, right, left, right, left. And if you were listening, you probably heard me doing a few accents in there. And if you're, able, you could probably figure out where those accents were in the count. Now, was I doing that to be obvious? Yeah, probably. Was it unconscious? Yeah. I mean, I didn't go into it intending to have those accents in there. They just happen to be there when I'm doing these kind of chop exercises. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you using doubles as opposed to what I just did using singles or alternating hands. Okay. All right. So here we go. I just show you doubles and alternating hand, singles? Well, the doubles is to illustrate how we're going to get to the next level, get to the 30-second notes. Because it's nearly impossible, and I'm sure there's advanced drummers out there who like it, but it's nearly impossible. Not impossible, nearly impossible. To do 30-second notes single hand at 100 BPM or higher. Now, again, like I said, there's definitely drummers out there who can do that. But for illustrative purposes, that's why we're keeping it at 100 BPM. I don't want this to be for the most advanced drummer who's trying to get, to do these at 200 or 220 or 250 or whatever, really fast pace you might want to try. So the doubles lead us into the 30-second notes, because what we're going to do is we're going to use now the doubles as 16th notes. Okay, so we're not playing 16th notes anymore. We're going to increase our double speed by 2, okay, or by 100%. So it's going to be 100% faster with doubles than it was in the previous video that you just looked at, okay? Now, as you watch this, it's going to look like I'm doing a roll, most likely, almost like I'm doing a buzz roll. I'm deliberately trying not to do that, so if when you slow it down, you should be able to see the actual doubles going back and forth. Okay, so that's something to look for as you get to this section, and if you want to slow it down, that would be something to look for. All right, here we go. 30-second notes at 100 BPM. Okay, let's now quickly talk through the physical counting of things, right? So the first example where I did quarter notes and eighth notes, that was just simply 1, 2, 3, 4, then changed it to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? 16th notes are now most commonly counted 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and duh. I've heard it duh too, which is kind of weird, but you could do it that way. So it could be counted like that. 4 E and I prefer the E and option as opposed to the E and duh option. But depending on how fast you go, it's going to sound the way it sounds. So it might always sound to you E and E and E and That's fine. Now, when you get into the 30-second notes, this is where it gets to be a little bit of a difficulty, because there's a lot of different ways that people can count these, and some of it has to do with just doubling up the 16th note. 1 E and E and could do it like that, right? 1 E and E and 2 E and E and 3 E and E and 4 E and E and Okay, I mean, you could do it like that. That's fairly difficult because, there's a chance that you'll get mixed up in your count and you won't remember where you're at. It's unlikely, but it could happen. Now, the other options, other ways that we can count these, come from the Eastern philosophy of counting. So those would be more like 1 E and Damalita, for instance. 1 E and a Damalita, 2 E and a Damalita, 3 E and a Damalita, 4 E and a Damalita. Now, again, I'm counting these pretty slowly, right? Because if you're trying to put in that many hits into a one count time frame within 100 BPM, that's going to be very fast. And you heard an example of that previously. You heard me do that. And that's why I did it. I wanted you to see what it sounded like and hear what it sounded like at 100 BPM. I don't expect anybody to be able to jump right in and do that unless you're an advanced drummer. And if you're an advanced drummer, again, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. This is not for advanced drummers. That's okay though. There are a ton of other ways that we can count these 30-second notes, and I think I'll just highlight them from what I've come up with from seeing other people talk about it, or some books that I've opened up and tried to take their examples of what they're using to count 30 seconds. So the one I just did was 1-E-anda damalita, or damalika. And another way you can do it is 1-ta-ti-ta la-ta-lita, 1-ta-ti-ta la-ta-lita, 1-ta-ti-ta la-ta-lita. It falls off the tongue pretty easily, but again, I could see where you might mess it up at some point and kind of turn yourself around and get mixed up. Now, another way that I saw it written out was 1-da-ida and ada. 1-da-ida and ada? 1-da-ida and ada. Sounds like we're doing the backup singers for a soul band. So I don't know if I would use that one. Another way, 1-E-anda and. So not. I was going to say, it's the same one that I just showed you. It's not. 1-E-anda, anda. 1-E-anda, anda. 1-E-anda, anda. Okay. Again, you could do it like that, but it might not be exactly what you're looking for, and you might get yourself tangled up, and you might get lost. But there's two more. Okay, this one, I don't even know why. Why are we even counting if we're just gonna say ba da 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 ba da da da? Why you do that? Don't even waste your time. Ba da 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 da. No. Okay, that doesn't help you count it. It helps you pace it maybe, but it doesn't help you count it. And it's not going to help you if you get lost in the measure somewhere, or you lose the one, or you get lost and you don't know where to come back in at. The last one is Takidimi Takijanu. Okay. Takidimi Takijanu. Takidimi Takijanu. Takidimi Takijanu. Takidimi Takijanu. I think depending on how comfortable you are with making those sounds, that might be a great way to do this. My only takeaway from that is that you're not using numbers. So again, you run the risk of kind of setting yourself up for losing, your place in what you're playing. All right, well, I hope that helps with 30-second note counting, folks. I don't know if it does or not. I do hope that it does. And I do thank you for watching the video. And if you like what you see here, please subscribe and like it. And if you feel like giving it a rating, well, great. But don't make it a negative rating. Because, again, if this is too easy for you, then you're just watching the wrong video. All right? All right, I'll see you next time on Hennessey on Drums. Bye.